Alright, heading back to the dorm room, but finished math and I got a 20/20 on my quiz. Feels good. Got a decent amount of homework tonight. I'm not sure how late I'm going to stay up after choir and band, but should be good. This is what happens when the machine were broken, and so we use paper plates, and then they get completely filled. Alright, today's been pretty straightforward. I just got my math homework after choir and band, the usual. Did my math, chilled with Jared, Josh, and some other people that stopped by in here, and talked and conversed. And David shaking his head, I would say, if me in 20 years know what the inside joke is here about our conversations we always have, I'll be surprised with myself. But what stays in the dorm? Wait, what? What happens in the dorm room stays in the dorm room. But then after I just finished math, quickly typed up we did our interviews for our product. If we look here, these are a whole bunch of questions we asked, and we have a spreadsheet right here for organizing like what we need to understand and stuff. But this was the summary of the interview I had. Not a whole essay. Julia Fisher is a currently unemployed student at George Fox University who lives in the Pennington dorm on campus. At Pennington, Julia has 4 shared washers and 4 shared dryers among her 120 peers, and often finds these machines being used or have wet clothes still in them past midnight. Even though she does her laundry only once a month, having to find the time to do her loads of laundry is an annoyance to her. She would pay anywhere from $15 to $30 for a product that would allow her and her peers to coordinate coordinate who's doing laundry, when, and for how long, to avoid long wait times, clothes being thrown on the ground and going missing, and even getting other people's clothes and not knowing what to do with them. If there wasn't an app that could do this for her, but rather a device, she'd prefer to have the aesthetics, size, and discreetness of a thermostat located either outside her door on the bulletin board, or on the bulletin board, and that it could be charged. The functionality she would want that would be a system to queue a time to use the machines, see how many people are in line, and see the phone numbers of people currently using the machines or with clothes in them. Additionally, she thought ideas that would be helpful but not necessarily could a countdown timer to see when it is okay to take someone else's clothes out, so you can use the machine and an easy to use UI. There we go. Good night. Time to go to bed. Take it from there, and then a thumbs up. Awesome. Right. Thank you.
Nice job.
I just got done with physics lab, and there's always a ton of work and time put into like the write-ups for the lab and stuff. But the annoying part is there is someone who, let's say there's 4 people. There can only be 3 people per group, and there's 4 guys who we all like to beat with each other, but we can't all be together. So then whoever's latest to class ends up, I think I want to ask him if we could just rotate, but whoever ends up last in class gets put in another group with one guy who tries hard but isn't as like smart, and then
someone else who, let's just say, his name is Gonzalo. But, yeah, so they all left an hour ago because they finished, and I just left the lab, and now I need to go work and finish the write-up. Yes. Working on a spinner for the swing dance club, writing the colors. This is the spinner here, cardboard, and Julia is working on a piece to support it. Sweet. All right, we totally did a sped. How long since? Did we get 8:30? An hour and a half. Would have taken 1/3 the time just to laser cut it, and I'm so not like. David, figure out how to do a clip. Okay, country dip.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go like this. Sure. Okay. All right. As for actually what we are going to be doing, we'll just use the computer, or laser cut it at some point. But this is done. That is. All right. I got.
Yeah, that's true.
Not actually that much homework tonight. Right now I'm heading to Diff studied a decent amount for these quizzes. I'm at the point where I'm fairly confident that I understand all the topics, so I'm not entirely worried, but we'll see. It's 2 quizzes, so. Oh yeah, passed both the quizzes. I definitely didn't think I would. Here, actually, let me get my math book out so then we could see my comments, because every time I take a quiz I leave myself a note encouraging myself, whether if I did bad or like congratulating myself if I did good. This time it was, great Zaid, you really studying at this. You definitely thought you were going to get more than 1 wrong on both of them, but you didn't. You have a greater understanding of existence uniqueness now with the ones you messed up also. I'm so proud of you. You should be happy. You are happy. Now, do you even have to take the exam? Because I've passed all the quizzes, but there's the project. And this afternoon we're going to find out if we passed both question objectives for the projects. If I do that, I don't even need to take the exam. So, oh yeah. Feels good. Woohoo! Man, I don't know how I function. Context. So I passed all my math, all my assignment quizzes, so I don't need to study for the final Friday. And I didn't have any homework other than this one physics assignment that they normally take like a half an hour to 45 minutes to complete. And that was at 7:30, let's say. So I've got the whole night, and I plan on getting internship stuff done. But somehow, when I'm not pressed for time, I don't use my time efficiently, and it's annoying. So I spent that whole time trying to work this, it was rather annoying physics problem. And I know I could have completed it because David completed it in a third the time. And I didn't get anywhere in my internships, and I don't know. But I'm going to go to bed now. Yeah. Alright, I just got out of engineering. I talked with Professor Sharp for a little bit after class with some questions I have and thinking about coding and stuff in the future. I'm looking forward to seeing what we're doing in the class, and now I've got the rest of the day to, I think I'm going to just grind through my engineering right now, and then grind through as much engineering as I can, then finish applying to internships, and then end it with either some brainstorming for a product or something else. I'm not sure.
Here's David. Here's me. Here's Jared and Josh. And
Oh yeah, when
we
you want to work on that, Josh.
did an
I did the.
acceleration algorithm type thing with the blinking, which is cool. Alright, now to actually explain what that was, because that was our video turn-in for this project. David's going to work on it later, so this it was actually just me. But what was supposed to do is you wire this up and you copy the code down where you press the button, and then the red lights flash back and forth when you hold the button down. But I wanted to mess around a bit, so I wanted it to quickly accelerate till it hit a really fast delay time. And I was able to do that just messing around, teaching myself how to use functions and variables, changing variables and stuff. This is the code that I wrote, and this was the function that I couldn't figure out how to do, but I finally just rewrote it. I called my dad and couldn't figure it out, but we wrote it. I rewrote it when I got back from dinner and figured out I could do something like this, and it worked out a lot better. So now it accelerates until a certain speed, which is a variable I set, and then it deaccelerates back to the initial speed you could also set. And because I did like the variables and stuff, you can change like how fast it initially is, how fast it goes when it's the fastest time, at what speed do you change, are you accelerating as you're getting faster. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself because I was able to figure out how to do that.
I guess I have to make this.
And then we started serving.
Manager.
Yeah. Which all happened because we were trying to get that guy to pass a law.
Okay, so we cut to somewhere in just a shadowy place. No. Sorry. Cut to this high-end story building.
Are we with you?
No, this is just a cut. He's just talking on this weird cell phone. You don't even know what it is. It just looks foreign. Everything looks foreign and weird. He says, "I don't care if the stock market's going down. Put all the money in."
Buy the dip.
Buy the dip. And then all of a sudden he just gets this feeling, what am I doing with my life? He says, "Vanessa, come here." And this,
What's Vanessa be? Is Vanessa like Sean's girl?
no. Vanessa's just this person. And like, what's up? He's like, "I hate you." And then he shoots her. And with a gun. And he says, "I'm done with this."
Oh, that
And he
turned
shoots
dark.
himself.
That turned dark.
And
And you just walk in and be like, well.
and then as bloody corpse on the floor, this orb of what can only be described as American cheese raises up and looks for another worthy victim, and it makes its way to you.
No, your intestinal tract.
You feel that on toilet.
And you feel powerful, but
Start playing the brown. The
not
brown.
satisfied.
Alright.
Dress.
I need more.
If you're not you, you're hungry.
I should start a new brand. So it can be satisfied.
Okay.
What's Sean? What do you do?
That wasn't the epilogue. Okay.
Oh,
So you guys are in the town. Do you guys go back to whatever it's called there? Go back to the Zadash?
Sure.
Okay. So you made it back to Zadash. What does Earl do? He gets back.
The rest of
Uh-huh.
my life. I'm gonna go find that nice old lady. I'm gonna go buy a staff of magic.
Aww.
Aww.
Like way overpay though.
I'll pay her
Oh, you
all
pay
the money.
reasonable.
That she asked for. Yeah.
Oh.
And that's.
No, that's not the end of the
Okay.
story.
Okay.
I wanted to ask her out on a date.
Oh.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take Reginald.
Oh.
That's cute.
And then I'm gonna be like, you know, Reginald, I don't think you knew me very well when I was old. I was really old. And when I say that, I wasn't actually that old. It was just kind of a guise. But now I'm gonna die in like less than 70 years. I'm gonna spend all the best as well.
Oh, that's great.
Cute. Okay. Okay. What does Reginald
For one, I wait for my sunbeam to recharge.
Just
And then I
waiting.
just unleash it on the village.
My dog's doing fishing. I think he was going for, but
Yes. Let's go, Reginald. Yeah.
Just wipe out a village.
Reginald, eat their hearts.
do? Feel. Okay. And then what do you do?
Then we go back and just hunt and fish.
Okay. And everyone,
Run from the law.
once every week, yeah, run from the
Once
law.
every week, I have to destroy a town. That herd.
Wow.
Decimate.
And you're just oh, keep going. Okay.
There you go.
And I show her my nice new staff.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
See the inlay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's very. Oh no, we don't do that. Okay, what does Draxel do?
In this current, feeling unsatisfied,
Yeah.
I'll go to Taco Bell.
Okay.
Ring the door and see the manager.
And
Manager?
he just knows instantly. I see you acquired something.
Where do I go?
He gives you an address. Go here. I'll be waiting for further instructions.
I begin my quest to the CEO, become the CEO of Taco Bell. I will leave triumphantly.
Do you ever find a place to go?
I suppose so.
When you get there, I want to, like a guest sentence. Let's say that I've been keeping the conversation. You've been keeping it. I'm going to cast teleport to you. And then on that fateful day, you finally found and became the true CEO of Taco Bell. I'm going to cast it.
Remove curse on
On him.
Yeah.
because of the Taco Bell
Blessing.
to be the CEO.
Be the CEO.
Couldn't done that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, I want him to work his way to the top so we can dismantle it.
Oh.
So you were using him.
Yeah,
I've
you
worked
them. That's okay though. You're going
It's
through
fine.
you're working-
Yeah, you're working it out.
Okay.
I'm a manipulator, you know.
What does Dolrod do?
Okay, so I've come to terms. I've maybe bumped up in intelligence. I didn't actually change my stats, only prepared my spells, but I assume I'm more not a -2 intelligence. I'd like to think that after some more frequent visits with Sarah,
You guys were maintained a professional relationship.
the whole time, professional.
Yeah.
Ah,
You didn't make out with her at all.
No.
She's a good therapist.
she's a good therapist.
She doesn't date
What'd she
you.
say when I've asked her on a date?
She said, "Oh, that's so sweet, Dolrod," but no.
No. Okay. So then, I've
Got client zone, that's right.
yeah, that's rough. But let's just say,
I'd kill her.
no, I kind of, I don't know, just go back to wandering like I did before we all stumbled across each other in the forest that one time. Go back, visit my village. I don't know, and then I'm just sitting.
Your village, I kick you out.
Yeah,
I can't not.
yeah, they're
I can't resist it.
yeah. It's just I'm sitting there and I've got my apple that's got a half-eaten thing on there. I'm like, not like I feel so powerful, but yet I don't feel satisfied. Like you said, you went and did the CEO,
And a golden apple.
and then I didn't really think this through, but I just was thinking, and I kind of just wish I had control. And I start thinking, and my essence in the brain kind of goes higher, and and then I'm like overlooking the universe, and I'm like, you know what, let's start anew. And I wish to be the DM of a new campaign.
No.
No.
I don't know if the gods would like that one. But,
You know, it's at the current game frustration. How the wish works.
I say it works. It fails.
before they get play.
Well,
No. Yeah.
roll wild
Roll
magic.
And so
It's fine.
it's
I
just
think we
you're
should
like
ride
a,
off into the
you
sunset.
become like a child, like
Get on,
that's
and I
like
turn into an ancient brass
playing with
dragon.
toys, and then you just kind of like all sweep them up.
Yeah, just like
Flying wind tornadoes come around me. What do you do, Reginald?
Cast sunbeam. Burn the forest outside.
We fly off as a big beam of.
I think we're just holding one of his hands.
You were each holding my echoes. My echo's holding me.
Aw, we get two echoes now?
Yeah.
And that was
Oh, my
the
friend.
campaign.
We did it!
Yeah.
It's all started as
All right, just finished the last session of Tristan's campaign, and I definitely think this was the best one. Taking off from where we left off, last session, pretty much, okay, well, last session, 2 sessions ago, we fought off this cult, and we stole this sword. Okay, then last session, the cult was like, hey, we're going to kill you unless you imply this law for us about taking decreasing the amount of money that goes to this district. So we went to the mayor and put that forward, but then the guy asked what we should put the money towards instead, and we said a Taco Bell. So we implemented a state-funded Taco Bell, and that was pretty much the end of. Oh, and then we went to another Taco Bell, and we found out that they were out of Baja Blast, and in order to make Baja Blast, we needed to kill a legendary character. So we went and killed these legendary guys, and we brought their heads in to make the Baja Blast to free. We gave them the Baja Blast so we could free one of their employees, so he wouldn't go to the slave trade, what's it called? Prostitution, but like forced. I don't know, whatever the word is. So that was the end of that session. This session, we wake up at taco time, and there's this person here, and we had just like kind of destroyed their management system. So we kind of just quickly took over. It was like, hey, we're running taco time. But it turned out the person there was actually the regional manager, and he opened up a portal and sent us to another dimension. And we were at this village, and pretty much we were going around getting supplies. And the hilarious thing is, since my therapy sessions with someone named Sarah, I've actually grown more intelligent. It was funny, I wasn't talking in like a dumb surfer thing. I was actually like making intellectual concepts, string theory, multi-dimensional travel and stuff, and I was kind of dissing on Earl, Jared's wizard's character, whether I actually knew that stuff or was just bluffing. That got Earl really mad. Not mad, but like affected him because all his work's on that, and I just kind of insulted it unintentionally or intentionally. So he cast phasmophobic force on me, which set my greatest fear, and mine was that I wasn't worthy enough, and Sarah came and told me that, and then I completely decreased my intellectual status down back to 0 at -2,
And it was really funny because then Jared felt remorseful and we had this whole conversation back and forth. That was hilarious. And by the way, we were at this village that was surrounded by this evil forest, and this guy was going to send us to come go in and collect some blue grass to bring back for 1,000 gold each. And right before we went in, he told us he worked for Taco Bell. And then we got engulfed and we fought off these zombies, and then we fought off the demon. Then we fought off the demon. We were about to die to the demon that had previously killed Jared's character that was in the forest. And we pulled 2 cards from the deck of many things, and the second card was the moon one that granted, when he rolled the dice, 2 wishes. So Caswell wished us all to be level 20, and we took on the Nightwalker and we killed him. And then that's when we ended the story and we went to epilogues. And as you saw in the previous video, Jared and Reginald, Earl and Reginald did some bonding time. Now that Jared's not an elf and isn't human and can keep living, while Caswell tried to monopolize on wish to no longer to be the CEO of Taco Bell and take over the corporation, which he did, but it inflicted, of course, some blah blah blah. And then when it came to me, I wished I didn't like that I didn't end up with Sarah, and no, I went back to my village and no one was there, so I kind of wish I had more control in the world. And then I used my wish to become the new DM of a new campaign, taking over Tristan's spot and like wiping the slate clean and then starting a new campaign, which is perfect entry into the next session I'm going to run. So really cool and funny, and I don't know, Tristan never prepared anything, so it was like the plot wasn't ever fluid or anything, but we had some really funny stuff that happened. I hope I can match that in when I run the next session. Should be fun. All right. Today is the day for the summit, engineering summit, or where everyone comes here for scholarships. So there's 600 students who are maybe freshmen coming in here, and it's kind of crazy. The line for lunch goes all the way to the bridge, so I'm eating my crackers, cheese, and ham, making a mess while I do it. And then we made our swing dance table. Was unable to make the spinner in time for the first one, but I should have it done by the second. And yeah, time to dress up semi-casual. And then oh no, this is not gonna be good. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Okay, settle down, everybody. Take your seats.
I wanted to showcase my pile I chopped today for volunteering. I cleared out, this isn't all from today, this has been a build up from last time now, but I cleared out this area right here
And then also back here, this area, which is cool. Now back to doing homework.
Leave it to Racy to hard work.
My pleasure. It's just what I do.
Brainstorming our laundry thing, because we don't have a better day right now. No, on a wash.
Oh, yeah, it's a wash.
It's a wash. It's a wash.
Why buy it? It's a wash anywhere else.
Everything else is a wash.
When you can help some broke college students make an A out of their hard work.
All right. Swing dance was really good. Julia and I taught our first lesson, which was kind of crazy. In that just the first time doing it and kind of stumbling a bit, but it was nice because there was two people that were new, but everyone else. Mark said it was their first time teaching, so it made it so it was less stressful. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. There was a type of solo dance move that I spent the whole time trying to learn, but I can't do it for more than, I don't know, 10 seconds until I mess up. But now I'm gonna get as much Theo done as I can and then go to bed. Alright, I am currently heading to church. I don't remember if you watched my last vlog, I was talking about how I was so busy and I didn't have anything that I enjoyed, something for me to do if I hadn't, okay, let me think what I'm going to say before I
stumble over my words trying to drive. Like music and all that stuff was fun for me, but it still was a requirement because I signed myself up for that, so then it was expected of me to always show up. So then when I'm really stressed, even though it is a good break to do that stuff, I still don't decide to go do that for fun. But now I found that is, now that everyone's starting to create their characters for D&D, this is super cool because now they're throwing these ideas at me and I'm figuring out how to incorporate them into the storyline and figuring out what characters I'm going to bring up and what they're like, and it's going to be cool. Right now, what I'm thinking about driving is what Sean is a monk, and there's this whole story behind it, but what his, I don't know what the high monk is called, the person who runs the place, who's the most knowledgeable, but figure out his name and traits, because that's someone who's going to be interacting with him, what his father is like, then how I gotta come up with a chart system that is going to be how to run a blacksmithing business. The person who comes and collects the dues from Caswell, who is the blacksmith, that could be fun. Making really annoying. Yeah, there was one more thing, but now I don't remember. But it's cool. Now I have something to enjoy on the side that I can put as little to as much time into it as I want. I realize I haven't really been, I didn't do any videos today, but I've mostly been studying. Church was good. There's some funny jokes, but I've been cranking out the scholarship essay right now, and I'm almost done. It's really good, but then I went to take a break, and the person, Musical Basics, the guy I get all my contemporary music from, is doing a live stream, and it's just about to hit 1 million subscribers, and it's really cool. Alright, I'm gonna read out loud my essay that I got down today, and I think it's very good. Yeah. And actually, let's see how many words it is. – 729 words. Alright. This was the prompt. The prompt was... Okay, the prompt was, in this essay, describe what sets you apart from your peers to be considered for the scholarship, how you currently demonstrate excellence in your chosen field, and how you will apply these qualities to reach your long-term goals after graduation. Alright, here's my essay. If you ask my peers, employers, or professors about me, you'll find that I am not your ordinary engineering student. I may be at the top of my class or ahead in the rigorous classes I am taking, but these attributes are non-essential to who I am, nor what entirely sets me apart. I like that sentence. It is my exceptional level of motivation, curiosity, ambition, and natural ability that distinguishes me above all else. I set myself to the completion of my goals, bold as they might be, and execute them with unmatched results. Powerful introduction.
I could speak of many aspects of my life that demonstrate these claims. My eagerness to learn can be exemplified by my self-taught Photoshop, video editing, and woodshop skills, or by my 13 years of piano study and trumpet playing. My love for creation can be shown by my multiple board games I've made that I've placed first in state in Technology Student Association competitions, or the many other side projects I've completed for fun. My pursuit to try new things and be a part of something greater than myself is illustrated by my position in running Swing Dance Club here at George Fox University as Vice President and soon President, or my hours volunteering at the Prototype Lab here on campus. But the greatest example and the one most foundational to me occurred freshman year here at George Fox. For the annual Wobbler competition, I was tasked to design, model, machine, and assemble a working oscillating air engine. At the end of the semester, students would compete with their personal engines in 1 to 5 categories. The goal I chose was coast time, but I also challenged myself to try something never done before, a configurable multivariable design. Once committed, I proceeded to overcome unseen obstacles and spend 6 times the average hours brainstorming and designing my model, and 3 times the hours machining my 3 times the average hours machining my model than the average student. I savored the process and would do anything to improve my design or learn something new, and in the end, my dedication and strife was rewarded. Not only did I break the school record for coast of 5 minutes with an unprecedented 9 minutes and 29 seconds, but I also got the second highest speed in the competition and 3-way tied for the best engine design out of all the competitors. I was able to achieve this not only because of the amount of time and forethought into making I put into making my creation the best it could be, but by my genuine curiosity in figuring out how mechanisms works, questioning why I might choose a certain design choice over another, and always challenging myself to try new things was reflected in my end product. The best part of this experience was that my peers and Professor Neil Nittman were all cheering along with me. They had been by me as I struggled. They were by my side as I problem solved hours on end with the goal of turning my conceptual, unseen idea into reality, something that I could actually hold in my hand. And when the final moment came to testing our engines in front of everyone, they were victorious with me. I have learned a lot from my time brainstorming, fabricating, and testing my design engine. I knew from the start that in order to have the best results, I needed to be curious and ask questions, while at the same time not being afraid to put in a couple more hours to do my best work. I did all of these things just because that is who I am. But what I didn't anticipate was the importance of community and teamwork in even individual projects. I would not have had the same drive as I did if it were not for the encouragement and support of my fellow engineers at George Fox. I want to become an important mechanical engineer of an industry that can be seen impacting the world. Yet as a building can't stand without the support and foundation of trusses, so does a well-functioning workplace need established relationships between coworkers. I know how much I appreciated the support and encouragement I got from my peers as I traversed the roadblocks of my engine, and I wish to do the same with my family, friends, and colleagues as I dedicate myself to whatever future academic, professional, and life goals I set. Mic drop.